Hey folks, I believe I closed the last installment of my build update for the Pfalz D.VIII, pondering how I was going to get these tiny little ball bearings into the appropriate areas so I could join the fuselage together. Now, probably my only criticism, at least up to now, of this wonderful book of instructions is I really wasn't sure from looking at the one place they reference the ball bearings aid alignment. Honestly, I just couldn't tell where they went from this. But fortunately, I knew about an incredible build guide. It's a series of build guides that have been put up by just a master model builder out of the UK, Mike Norris. And I'm going to talk about Mike and his guides when I get this kit finished. So no more about that. But with that build guide, I was able to successfully locate, okay, where do those ball bearings go and what am I looking at? And in fact, I used a picture from his build guide for the thumbnail, I believe, in my last video. Okay, so I was pondering, okay, I know where they go now. How do I put them in? Well, I sort of decided that the best way might be a toothpick with a little bit of blue tack attached. See if that would hold the ball bearing securely enough to be able to drop it in. And actually three of the, no, let me think. Yes, three of them, three of the four. One extra in case I lost one. Well, I won't hold you in suspense to the extent this can create any suspense. I got them in. And then the rest of the afternoon, yesterday afternoon, was spent after a very short period of gluing with CA glue, sanding, wetting, applying white primer, sanding again to smooth out the seams. I think I did a pretty good job. I'm pleased. And best of all, the fuselage dry fits very nicely on the bottom wing assembly. Haven't glued it yet. There you go. Because today, maybe, is the day that I actually do the bulk of the painting, final painting on the fuselage. And I'll show you the livery I'm going to be doing. And now I have to ponder the order in which I'll be applying those paints. Here's the livery I've chosen. It's Paul Boehmer's, Boehmer. I have trouble with umlauts still, after all those years of German classes. Oh well. But Paul's Pfalz D.VIII, it's a fairly straightforward scheme. It's a silver gray fuselage. That color is achieved by blending two parts Tamiya XF, or I'm sorry, two parts XF16, which is flat aluminum, to one part XF19 sky gray. And then, as you might notice, the tail on the port side, the back of the tail and then the rudder are white, as well as the left horizontal stabilizer and elevators. But on the right side, yes, the rudder remains white, but the fin and the horizontal stabilizer and elevator on that side are black. So the question becomes, in terms of mostly probably, what's the most logical thing from a masking standpoint and to deal with the potential a bit of overspray or underspray. Put on the silver gray large finish first and then do the black and white, or do the black and white on each side, mask that off, and then do the silver. The cowling is front portion white, back strip black, but that's a separate issue and a separate piece. So I'm going to think about this for a while, mainly because I really hate masking, but I know I got to do it. Once I do that and do it properly, the painting should not be that big a deal. Obviously, the national insignia, and yes, those wonderful horse or chevrons on their side in German imperial colors of black, white, and red, those are transfers. But those will go on later. So really, what order should I lay down the paint? Silver gray first, and then the black and white on each side? Or perhaps black and white on the fin and the lower part of the rear fuselage first, and then the silver gray. I'll see if I get any early responders making their suggestions and take those into account. I've got time. I'm not moving quickly. And while I actually love using the airbrush, I hate cleaning it, although that's a pretty easy step with a Harder and Steenbeck. So that's what's going to come next. And I'll close that here. Thanks for watching. Let me know, if you care to, which way you'd go about with the next steps of the painting. Okay, thanks.